I'm sure you guys have seen my past couple videos where we've not only tuned the Supra, but I also took it out for a drive with a bunch of other local Supras in the area. Not only doing so was fun, but we've had some issues arrive. Everything that's wrong with the Supra can be fixed in this video, so that's what we're gonna do. Then on top of that, like I said in the last video, we have one thing that's gonna be going on the Supra, so we're gonna save that towards the end of the video. Then once we put that on, we're gonna take the car for a little bit of a joyride again, go up to New Hampshire, and just have some fun. I got the Supra backed out into the driveway. I'm not sure how well you can see it because of the lighting. 2 out of 3 problems were my fault, the other one not so much. Now if you see my last video, you might have noticed at some points that the check engine light was on. I also had rough idle, which is caused by bad spark plugs, and then I also unfortunately was low on oil. The other thing broken with the car is my mirror doesn't tilt up when I lock it or anything. If I remember to get a recording of it, I'll be having that play here. Now previously I said that this was my own fault. A few videos back I did tune the car without doing an oil change and my spark plugs. The reason I skipped the oil change is because I just changed it about 1,500 miles prior to. And then spark plugs I kind of just skipped because I didn't have time. We're doing an oil change, we're changing out the spark plugs, and then I have some electrical connectors for the mirror. Once we get to that part I'll explain this a little more. Now real quick, I'm going to use the EMS tool to gap the spark plugs to 0.022. I don't know if the camera's good. Yeah, 0.022. And then once I have those all gapped out, I'll pick the camera back up and we'll start putting them in. Got the spark plugs all gapped out. Now we just need to, pop the hood, start taking each ignition coil out, take out the old spark plugs, and put these ones in. Got the hood propped open. Now we just need to remove the engine cover, and then we can pretty much start getting right into this. Put the engine cover over here, and I'm just going to find a spot to place you guys down, and then we can start removing the first ignition coil and take out that spark plug. So you just saw me loosen these 2 ignition coils. I'm only doing one at a time just so that way I can remember which cylinder each one goes in. Now all I have to do is just remove this spark plug and then we can put the new one in. Small comparison between the old versus new. The one on the left is obviously the OEM Champion spark plug, and then we have the NGK on the right. One thing I did notice with the OEM spark plug is the copper washer was actually stuck up a little bit, so hopefully once we're done with the spark plug change, my idle issue is solved. Now before I put the spark plug in, one thing I like to do beforehand is label the box and then put the spark plug in it, just so that way everything's in order and I know which one was which.
Still ain't sure just what I'm trying so hard to find. The night seems longer and the wind blows louder when you wander so far from home. If I cross your mind, say a prayer, I'll find my way and get off of this lonely road. Can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? I've been calling out for help, still don't see nobody near me. I'm down and almost underground and so deep in the valley I can't even tell you which way is the mountain. God, the only word I got, I could probably plant a garden, all this dirt I got. Trail of broken hearts behind me from the hurt I fought. Sometimes I really start to wonder if I deserve my spot, 'cause I'm just a
So now that cylinder 1's done, we can move on to cylinder 2, and then off camera I'm going to do the rest, and then we'll come back and then torque all these down. Alright, so this is what I was talking about on the other spark plug. The washer is like stuck up, and it's really hard to push down, and then there's like a rust mark behind it. So I think that might have been causing my misfire issue. Hopefully the camera picks this up well, but if you see, one side has like black deposits and then the other side has white. Now I know a lot of that can be depending on which orientation the spark plug is, but it's also showing some inconsistencies.
Step by step, I walked 100 miles and I still ain't sure just what I'm trying so hard to find. The night seems longer and the wind blows louder when you wander so far from home. If I cross your mind, say a prayer, I'll find my way and get off of this lonely road. Off of this lonely road, off of this lonely road. Off of this lonely road, off of this lonely. Get off of this lonely road. Would you catch me? Tell me, would you catch me if I told you I was sorry? Could I fall into your blessing? Would you wrap your arms around me? Never drown me. If I walk towards the light, could I tell him that you found me? God, the only help I got. I know some people plotting on me.
I'm gonna finish the rest of the spark plugs off camera, torque everything down, and then I'll talk to you guys after that. Got the spark plugs all changed out. I'm gonna leave the engine cover off just so I can do the oil change later. I lined them all up starting from number 1 to number 6. Mainly just wanted to check each individual one. They all don't look too bad. Also, like I previously stated, the copper washer on all 6 of them were all stuck up a little bit, so I don't know if that was contributing to the misfire condition. I don't know if I stated it before, but I am at 54,600 miles, and plus with the MHD tune, I had to change them out anyways. Next thing I'm going to do is move on to the passenger side folding mirror. As you previously saw, it does not fold up or down when you lock or unlock the car. Once I'm done with the passenger mirror, I'm going to flip the car around and then we can get into doing the oil change. Now I went ahead, removed the mirror, and if you guys can see, one of these connectors is broken. Over here on the table I got the mirror, and if you look closely at these tabs, I don't know if the mirror is going to pick it up, but there's a little bit of corrosion, so I'm going to sand those off a tiny bit and put it all back together. Strip the wire, replace the connector, put it all back together and everything. Now I did end up recording it, but we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper because when I lock the car, still only the driver's side goes up. So that tells me in the end that it's either a module or a fuse that I got to replace, so I'm going to dig a little bit deeper and we will fix that in a different video. The next thing I got to do is flip the car around so that way I can set everything up to do the oil change. I almost forgot that we changed the spark plugs, so we're going to see how the idle is now. Well, if I'm gonna be honest, so far it sounds so much smoother. Now that the Supra's turned around, we can move on to the oil change. I might move it forward a little bit, but I haven't decided yet. And then once we're finished with that, we can move on to this box, which I'll give a little hint. It's got some carbon fiber in it. So I'm just going to put one side up on a jack stand, get everything ready to drain the oil, and I will talk to you guys then. I also went ahead and put my oil drip catch on. If you guys don't have one of those, I'd highly recommend getting it so you don't spill oil all over your engine. I believe that one's made by AGA Tools, same as the oil funnel that I have. The funnel itself comes in a kit. You get multiple attachments for any car make and model. It also comes with a syringe, which I will show you guys where that gets useful. If you'd like to get yourself either one of those, I'll have them linked down below in the description. Now let's get into this oil change. I already got the car all jacked up. Now we just need to crack the oil drain bolt and we can start draining the old oil. So now that we got the oil draining, we can crack this to help relieve some vacuum. I lowered the car a little bit just so I could access the oil filter a little more. And I also put the oil funnel on, just gives you a better idea of what that looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the old oil filter, put in the new one, get that swapped out, put the oil drain bolt back on, and then once I'm done with that, we're gonna put in some 5-weight 30 Special Tech. We have all that right here, and then the new oil filter. Now, I'm not too sure if you can see it, but the oil filter is back in. I have some spare oil that I'm just gonna pour into the engine just to kind of flush whatever's in the oil pan out. Now, when I say I pour it in, I literally just kind of pour it in like this. Nice and quick, lets it rinse everything down. Now that we're finished with the oil change, we can move on to the part that I'm sure most of you have been waiting for, and that's doing rear carbon fiber spats. Yesterday I went ahead and cleaned them down with alcohol and then threw on some 3M tape. There's only 2 mounting points on this, so I just wanted it to be a little bit more secure than what it would have been. If we go over to the Supra, you can see that they're just held in by, hopefully let's show it. It's just held in by 2 plastic clips. I already removed this one, then there's one over there. Got the tool that I'm using ready to go. I'm gonna pick out the other pin and then we're gonna start installing the rear spat. Now, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but that works. Both pins removed. Now all I have to do is remove the red protective film off of these, and then we can finally install them. So I hope this is a good angle and you guys can see me and everything and hear me. If not, I'm still gonna use it because this is going on now. Okay, so we ended up getting it on, obviously. The only thing is I don't know if you guys will be able to see. The second clip towards the back there, like I said, I don't know if you guys can see in there. I'm having a tough time getting the angle to trying to get it in the hole properly, so I'm gonna do that a different day, and then we're gonna move on to the other side and get that installed. I was having a tough time getting the second clip in. We got it in. It is stuck on with the 3M tape. Now all I gotta do is just this side. Both sides on, and oh my, I am so happy with how this came out. Before I completely finish this video off, the car is currently on E for gas, so we're gonna take it out for a quick little drive. Hopefully we can find a spot with some better sun, so that way we can kind of show off these carbon fiber spats a little bit more. So I'm already noticing right off the rip with the spark plug change, the idle is definitely a lot better. I don't know if it's placebo effect as well, but the car seems to be pulling much harder now. Got the Supra all gassed up. Now we're ready to take it for a good drive. Like I was saying previously, these spark plugs, I already noticed a difference with the idle. It is much smoother. The oil change, well, an oil change is an oil change. And then the carbon fiber spats in the rear just add that much more of an aggressive look to the car. So like I said previously, we're gonna wrap this video up here. So I thought fixing the mirror didn't work, but when I put it in reverse, it actually goes down. So I guess it is fixed.